Tell me your favorite Orion Pictures hit. Yeah, right, you can't, because there really weren't any. Basically, Warner Brothers was offering United Artists a United Artists type deal. Well, Arthur Krim understood this deal because he'd been orchestrating these for years. Orion Pictures was born in 1978, and they managed to bring over half the projects and most of the talent that had worked with them at United Artists. Arthur Krim and Orion Pictures felt like, you know, after we've delivered movies like 10, Arthur, Excalibur, Caddyshack, we really miss having our distribution fees, and we really hate having to be subjected to the same Hollywood accounting that we have used ourselves. Orion Pictures decides it's time for a divorce. They go and talk to a bunch of bankers and decide to go public. So this is where my dad's company, Bear Stearns, comes in. You might remember Bear Stearns, an investment bank that helped tank the economy back in 2008. Yeah, those guys. My dad and I and all the Bear Stearns underwriters all thought that this was printing money. Movie attendance was going through the roof. Cable was coming online. So now there was additional revenue from selling your library, and now foreign markets were opening up, and soon video as well. I mean, if you owned content, you were going to be making money. So as far as me and my dad and those Bear Stearns underwriters are concerned, this pedigree was perfect. We're getting in on the ground floor. This is just easy money. So my dad and I would celebrate various Orion releases by going to see their opening. The first thing we saw, a movie called Class. It was a brat pack romantic comedy, sort of, that featured Andrew McCarthy, which I think was his first role, Jacqueline Bisset, who was still smoking hot, and Rob Lowe. Look, I mean, the movie was pretty good. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I'd definitely seen worse. But as far as teen comedies go, it was no 16 Candles. There was Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. We went to go see that like when I turned 16. It was hilarious, but it wasn't a huge hit. We held out hopes for Amadeus. Oh, this is gonna be an Oscar winner. And back then, Oscar winners pretty much meant $100 million at the box office, which of course we also thought meant Orion Pictures made $100 million. Well, yeah, it doesn't work that way. Then there was Francis Ford Coppola's Cotton Club. This was a hit that couldn't miss until it did. Francis Ford Coppola doing a gangster epic. Quite honestly, the backstory, cocaine and addiction and Robert Evans, is gonna make a hell of a much better movie than Cotton Club ever made. I mean, there was a bunch of singles and a couple of ground rule doubles, but there were no homers. After a typically meh year from Orion Pictures, they decided to award themselves a big, fat, healthy bonus, even though they had only made 70% of their revenue projections. Well, my dad threw up and he sold all of our shares. Everybody else kind of pulled their investment as well. All of a sudden, we were out of the film business. He learned a painful lesson in filmmaking, which is the most creative people in Hollywood are the accountants. Eventually, Orion Pictures buckled under their own success. After having hits like Hannah and Her Sisters, No Way Out, Bull Durham, Dances with Wolves, Silence of the Lambs, Orion became a victim of its own creative accounting and deal making. Orion never had any profit, and there was always some sort of accounting reason. Negative costs, marketing costs, distribution fees, back-end participation, all of it cost a fortune. So Orion went dark, and ironically was eventually bought by MGM, the same studio that bought UA. Arthur Krim's legacy was now reunited with his film library, creative accounting. It's the Hollywood two-step. It's just that it doesn't follow the beats of the music, it follows the beats of the market. Back when Arthur Krim left, United Artists foundered in their attempt to stay relevant and creative and exciting. and made movies like Heaven's Gate, which ended their existence. Question is, do I want to be a part of an industry whose accounting is so shifty and so crazy that I'll never know if I make any money? Do know this: I bought the shoes, got the clothes, paid the valet. Here I am, standing on the dance floor. I guess I might as well just hustle.